Thank you for staying for the news. In our very first story, renal patients are excited about the reopening of the renal unit at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital. A statement released by the management of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital on Tuesday stated that the unit was now open for use. 19 persons have died because they were unable to afford the expensive charges at other private facilities. Kwesi Adai-Kwarteng interacted with some patients who came to this unit for lab tests ahead of dialysis within the week.
After several months of closure, renal outpatients can now heave a sigh of relief following the reopening of the facility. The patients who sought dialysis services in other private facilities at a higher cost are now returning to the renal unit of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital, where they can get the service at a lower cost. They say the latest development is welcoming. Rabiu Nyande is a renal patient who has been receiving dialysis from a private facility following the closure. He says the call to come for a laboratory test ahead of a dialysis at Korle-Bu is timely and life-saving.
I was called yesterday that I should come for a few labs so that they'll start. When they call me, then they can then put me on the machine. That is what I'm made to understand. Yes, I just came to do it.
Enoch Bracco is a young man with a renal condition. Following the news of the reopening, he traveled from Kibi in the eastern region to Korle-Bu for his lab test to undergo dialysis, which he had missed many sessions due to the expensive prices in other facilities.
Okay, actually, yesterday I heard that they are doing the lab test, so I should come and do my yours for today. So probably I was here before because of the lab test. Then I'm done it. Then I'm waiting for 3 hours to get it. Yeah, I done it. So I supposed to take the result to the nurses so that if they check there is no problem on it, so they will let me do the dialysis. I'll start it on tomorrow. So I'll go back and find money to come for dialysis for tomorrow. If they call me, probably if they call me tomorrow, I'll definitely get the money to come on tomorrow to do the dialysis.
Kojo Bafo Ahinkra, the president of the Renal Patients Association, says to sustain the services of the unit, he's appealing to government to urgently pay off the 4 million cedi debt, else the unit may be forced to shut down again within a matter of weeks.
We will still plead with the government because, my brother, let me be honest with you and frank with you. If that 4 million issue is not settled, within a week or two, this unit will be closed down again. We will not have consumables because we are number about 250 a week. And if one person dialyzes, they have to throw the dialyzer and the lines away once they finish. So we consume a lot of the consumables. So if the government does not see to that 4 million issue with the Physinos, the company, I will tell you within a week or two, the unit will close down again. It will be short of consumables again. We plead with them. If they've really open, then they should see to that thing so that the people can bring more of the consumables in. Patients
are now happy that the renal unit has been opened, but they are pleading with the government not to delay payment of the 4 million debt.
Now, inadequate furniture at the Ewisa Municipal Assembly MA Basic School in the Winchi municipality of the Bono region is affecting the quality of education. Pupils of the school have no choice but to sit on the bare floor for academic work. They want government to remedy the situation. Bono regional correspondent Nesta Kafui Ajuma has more in this report.
Ewisa MA Basic School has a population of over 500 pupils, but only 70 dual desks are available. Due to the inadequacy of furniture in the school, most of the pupils sometimes sit on mats during lesson hours. This has made academic work less effective. However, Christ Apostolic Child Development Center, a local non-profit organization in Ewisa with support from Compassion International, has provided 200 pieces of school furniture for the school. Headmaster of the school, Benjamin Nketia, and a pupil, Ophelia Amenyo, share their experiences.
When the furniture was not there, Some of the students sit on the floor and write their notes. So now we get the furniture. I would thank Compassion of Ghana for bringing us this furniture. It will help us to study and learn more.
Before the arrival of these chairs, a school with a population of around 520 were using only 70 desks, and it was hindering teaching and learning. But with these chairs that we are going to get, I believe and hope that it's going to help the pupils sit comfortably within their classrooms, and as such, learning is going to take place. We thank the donors very much for what they've done for us.
The project director of Christ Apostolic Child Development Center, Collins Ejepon, said they are committed to enhancing quality education in the Wenchi municipality.
We have built a 10-seater WC toilet in the year 2021 for the Wisa Methodist Primary School at a cost of 87,700 Ghana cedis, with withholding tax inclusive. We have built a hand-washing facility for the same school. We have drilled a mechanized borehole at a cost of 82,000 Ghana cedis, inclusive of withholding tax, to help reduce the challenges the community has with water. We did so in the year 2023. We extended the water to the Methodist school to provide safe drinking water for the pupils in the school and promote hygiene. Today, we are donating 200 sets of Dua, monodesk, KG tables and chairs, teachers' tables and chairs, worth 48,800 Ghana cedis, with tax inclusive, to the government schools as part of our efforts to enhance the academic well-being of the children in the community.
The Wenchi Municipal Public Relations Officer for the Ghana Education Service, David Bafo, appealed to other organizations to help augment the furniture deficit in the municipality.
One of the challenges we face as a directorate is inadequate furniture. Today that they have been able to donate 280 furniture, comprising that of KG, teachers' tables and chairs, the directorate, we have had a respite. Because when we go to Awisa, where they are donating the furniture, as said by one of the head teachers, 70 dual desks, serving about 300 people, was a challenge. And we were praying that someday we'll get a help. And today, this is the day the Lord has made. We are so much grateful. And we believe that this will come to mitigate the challenge we're facing. We want to use this opportunity to thank Compassion Ghana and also extend our tentacles to other philanthropists to come to our aid by providing furniture and other infrastructure to boost teaching and learning in the municipality.
Nesta Kafui Ajoma reporting.
In our next story, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission and the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training are co-leading a national capacity development training and have certified over 30 craftsmen in different fields of employment under the classification of skilled trades. This training will equip persons in the informal sector with qualification certificates for their skills based on defined learning outcomes. Participants from 18 African countries benefited from this year's training supported by the African Union with funding from the European Union.
It's part of the capacity development activities towards the design, development and implementation of Ghana's national qualification framework and related policies such as recognition of prior learning. Speaking at the training session, the Acting Director General of GTEC, Professor Ahmed Jinapo, says some persons are highly skilled. He added that the certification for capacity development will give them same leverage as people who have various formal education credentials.
The whole agenda is to get a qualification framework for the African continent. And by qualification framework, it's a manifestation of getting a platform or a structure where individuals who have skills but have not attained more or less some formal kind of education, but their skills are being put in a manner that they are accessible. Accessible in the sense that, I use the example of, in our parlance, a fitter, a mechanic, so to speak. The person is very good, he knows how to fix a car. In fact, he's able to fix a car better than a BSc engineer from KNUST. But this person doesn't have any qualification to point to the skills that he has. So GTech, collaboration with CTVET, is looking at how we can have a framework where we can assess such individuals. And those assessments should be in a manner that we can quantify, measure, and relate those skills across board. You don't need to ask a mason, can you build this? You say, yes, I can do it because I did it here. No, the paper that you hold should be able to speak to whom you are and the qualification that you possess.
Theophilus Tete Zobla, who is the Deputy Director of Standards and Curriculum Development at the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, explained that the qualification framework certificates can be used by participants for employment or further studies.
Well, so if 18 countries are participating in this workshop, like you rightly said, the issue of qualifications framework is now a global kind of thing. And the need to recognize their certification is very important. So because some use their certifications for further education, some also use it for work. So if we don't come together within the region to understand our qualifications framework and how aligned they are, it will be difficult for us to give jobs to people when they travel into other countries. You know, people are migrating and the issues of job is important.
Participants from other countries have been sharing their experiences from the training.
So the training is absolutely very relevant. I must say we are learning a lot. We are learning about key things to do with micro-credentials. What happens if somebody, for example, has had half qualification or has obtained some particular kind of skill? How do you recognize that particular skill? How do you turn it into a qualification? And how can that person use it for, you know, seeking employment? And how can it be recognized in terms of its credentials also for this?
Semefa Rejoice, Basis Report, read to you.
Now, renowned business management consultant and Chief Executive Officer of Ishmael Yamson and Associates, Dr. Ishmael Yamson, has stated that Ghana is bankrupt, has been left bankrupt when the tenure of almost every leader expires. According to him, corruption in Ghana has reached a crescendo and is growing by the day. He was speaking on PM Express.
Every leader in this country, by the time he leaves office, Ghana is bankrupt. And because the leader has been very corrupt. And I'm not afraid to talk about this because it's the reality. And unless we accept as a people that helping people to buy our votes is not the way to change Ghana, it will not change this country. This country, for as long as we have leaders who have come into office indebted to people and they have to pay them back, I'm sorry. But I'm painting too bleak a picture.
No, we'll come to the positives.
Reality.
We'll come to the positives because I know you have thoughts on what that leader should be. Yeah. And that is where the inspiration is. But let's count backwards. At least you've given us a sense that it's possible to have the leaders.
Yes.
You mentioned Nkrumah, you mentioned Mills. Let's count backwards. What about this current leader, Nana Akufo-Addo? How has he fared?
No, but
marking him with the same scheme.
Oh, if I mark him with the same scheme, he probably will be 4 out of 10.
That's a fail.
Oh, yes. Because you see, even if you yourself as an individual, you have not dipped your hands into the state coffers, what about all your leaders, your followers, and what have you done about them? Right? My greatest disappointment was recently we had a case about a minister who had so much money in her home.
Sanitation minister.
Yes. And the president said that he hoped her integrity will be proven in the end. Why would the president even get involved in this when there are state agencies which are handling the matter? You understand? Because if you, our leader, you say you trust the person, and then you expect the people following you to go and say the person cannot be trusted, it's not possible. So I don't think that he has been able to stamp down corruption in this country. He hasn't. Because if he has, then all the scandals that come up day after day after day after day, why hasn't he taken firm action to deal with all those things and stop them? Why isn't any of his people who have been found culpable not in jail?
Well, that's how we cap off the news. But stay with us. Up next to the news review, and we're hosting Dr. Kwame Asasante.